Welcome back to Fire and Smoke, the Devil at Gold Basin. We are Philip,
Abby,
Blake, Ethan,
Eric,
also known as Dungeon Master.
Florence Bell,
Jasper Strayhorn,
Dr. Augustus Steele.
Janisher.
Last episode, our courageous cowboys were feeling like shit after punching some demon rocks to death and needed to rest for the night in order to regain their strength and tend to their wounds. They sat in the dark around the campfire when they got a visit from a shadowy figure named Cassius Reeds. He expressed he wanted to talk just for the sake of conversation, explaining how he sold his soul to become stuck in this form, not visible in light and too frightening at night to ever talk to anybody again. But that seeing Florence's infernal aura with his ghastly smoke eyes made him think they'd be less apprehensive about him. After talking most of the night and all of our cowboys learning a little bit more about each other, Cassius helped with the gift of healing everybody, something he recently learned as he rediscovers who he is and he changes his gifted powers. He then moved on into the night to continue searching for himself, as well as promising to look for Hu Taibao for sure. You all awaken to the warm light of morning, surrounded by dry shrubs, low prickly cacti, and the smoldering remains of your fire.
and we've all leveled up.
And everybody's leveled up.
Oh, I feel so strong now.
Sure is level
8.
level 8, Jasper is level
7.
Florence is,
level 8.
And I'm level 9.
and Augustus is level 9.
Good morning.
Morning,
Good morning.
everyone.
Now, Augustus is kind of sat over the fire. He's like moved some of the embers off to the side so he could cook on a little pot that he's got. And he's got like 8-9 eggs cooking and like a really big scramble going.
Dang, Augustus, that's a big breakfast you got there. You got any for us?
Well, my egg case only carries 8 eggs. He's got like a small box.
I don't know.
What a
Yes,
shame.
Just stick to our rations then. Hope you enjoy your breakfast.
And Augustus really enjoys his breakfast.
You guys want to go try to catch the person about to cause
Yes.
the box?
Well, after a nice big breakfast,
After
we
a
got-
well-balanced breakfast, of course.
we pull out
of
our
course.
rations. We got like bacon, egg. Well, not eggs actually. Augustus has all the eggs.
I have all the eggs.
Bacon, sausage. We got some fruit. We got strawberry, pineapple, banana. You know, breakfast probably takes about an hour and a half. You got to prepare all.
Do we have time for that?
We have time.
Maybe
You
a
guys
couple.
have time for...
We woke up really early.
It's a small 5-course meal. It's a quick one.
See, I bet the person we're following also stopped for breakfast, so that way it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's got to get their 8 hours of sleep plus the 3 hours of talking to Cassius plus the extra hour and a half of breakfast, right? We should be lined up.
really, it's a wonder we're leaving this early at all.
Well, I guess we're gonna head out then.
You guys head back out on the trail following north. The four of you see as you approach the location that used to be what you recall being labeled as a Hualapai community before it was deserted, that it's not disused or abandoned at all, and that in the distance, small domed structures near the edge of the mostly dry lake bed are alive with casual activity as people go about their business, and smoke rises from a few different fires where people are cooking food. Before you can all get close on your approach, you see a man walking towards your group of forces, flagging you down. His right hand is resting on a small revolver attached to his hip, but he hasn't drawn the gun yet. You see an older man. He has brown skin, wrinkled and sagging slightly with age. Nearly completely gray hair falling about his shoulders with a short gray goatee, both having a few strands of black hair still holding out. He stands about 5'10", with a slender build hidden beneath a simple, thin and worn, tan long-sleeve button-down tucked into dusty, faded brown pants. And he's waving you guys down.
Wow, Augustus. You might have some
Don't even
competition.
start. Yeah, I get it. He's old. Let's go talk to him.
You see, when you get within earshot range, he motions for you to stop the horses.
We stopped the horses.
We're not gonna.
What if we pretend we don't know what he's saying?
And he looks at you, and he says, from a little distance away, "How are you?"
We're good. We just
We're
had
doing
a
all right,
We're
but
doing great.
we're in a bit of a rush.
How are you?
It's good. Nyach, Hanyo, I'm all right. My name is Tom, and I'm the communicator for our band. I'm sent out to tell you to go away. I don't care if you're with the military or if you're sent out here to tell us this is somebody's ranch now and that we have to leave. We're not bothering anybody, and we have a right to be here.
Well, we're not trying to bother you, but has anyone
Not
else
trying to bother me. Are you Americans?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you can't make up your mind then. Which is it?
He's got us to the rights.
All right, so if you be on your way, there won't be any problems.
Well, yeah, we're not trying to stick around, but do you mind if we ask you a couple questions?
Why?
It's There's someone going around to a lot of towns, talking to people and making them leave, and we're trying to find them and stop them. Have you seen anyone come by recently?
Making them leave? Is it a woman?
Yes, a woman with a black horse.
You're with her?
No, we're not with her.
Not with her.
No, we're trying to find her.
She was a strange woman. What do you people want? What was her deal?
Now we're not. No, you misunderstand. We're not with her, as in we don't know what her deal is, and we're trying to figure it out.
Okay.
We think she passed through here, so we've been on her trail for some time.
Yeah,
Did she come by?
Well, she rode up real fast on her black horse and scared the shit out of me. I almost shot at her. But she told me she had vital news that would help all of us out here. And after a while, she convinced me to gather everybody outside to listen to her. Once we were all stood out there, she said she could help protect us and that we just needed to see something. She dug around in her bag for a second and pulled out a little handheld mirror and held it above her head and pointed at it as she looked away. And she casually kind of put it back in her bag without saying anything, and we stood there perplexed while she started walking up to us saying things like, "It's too bad you have to go, but, it's for your own safety. The valley's already claimed." Well, somebody asked her if she was high on something, and she seemed confused as to why we were confused at her insane routine. After trying to show some more people the mirror again, and after us offering her some water and shade to get out of the sun for a while, she kind of left, looking confused. Her face is full of doubt, but she got on her horse without saying much more and left, walking.
So you saw this with your own eyes.
Yeah, everybody in the community did.
You don't want to leave?
No. So you are with her?
No.
No.
She's been
We know
making
what she
people leave, and we're trying to figure out why they're leaving.
What do you mean making people leave?
There are a couple of towns she's passed through where they say some woman rode up, talked to them all, and now they all are convinced suddenly that they want to leave.
Oh, if only, right?
It's true, that's what she's been doing, that's why we're following her.
I don't understand your game here.
No game, I'm just confused that whatever this mirror that she had obviously made a bunch of other people want to leave and didn't work on you.
All right, guy. Well, hey, if you get your hands on that mirror, I would appreciate holding on to it for a little bit if you pass back through, but sounds like a fun story.
Well, do you know where she happened to go after she left all confused?
Well, why should I tell you anymore? I told you what you wanted. What business do you have?
This woman, she's trying to make a lot of people leave where they still want to be, and we're just trying to stop her. So any information you could give us to help stop her would be very helpful.
I have no idea where she went. Could be anywhere. Who knows?
Now we roll insight.
Not good. It's a
It's a 17.
Okay.
23. We're gonna figure out a lot of stuff.
Yeah, as you guys are demanding that this story is true, and he's maybe not believing you, but being worn down in patience about the idea, he's lying. That's clear enough. The problem is you guys know if he's telling the truth and that she started walking away, it might be hard to pick up a trail, harder than following the trail of a galloping horse tearing through underbrush. So, yeah, he looks at you and he says, "All right, well, unless you have any more business,
I can charm
go on your way."
I'll use my new panache feature.
Oh my god.
No. So I make a charisma check against his insight, and I might charm him, unless he's hostile to me.
I wouldn't
don't
say
think
he's
he is.
friendly.
He's apprehensive to you. Not
It's either hostile or not hostile.
Yeah, he's not hostile.
Okay, great.
We can make him hostile.
We don't need to do that. That's worse. That's a 12 against his insight.
He rolled a 13.
No.
No.
Do they know that you tried to do that?
He doesn't know. I'm just talking charmingly. So I probably give him like a whole spiel about,
Modern medicine.
yeah, now I'm such a friendly doctor, old man. We could be pals. It didn't work.
All right, well, you folks have a good one. And he turns to start walking
That's
back.
so sad.
Wait, sir.
Yes?
Have you happened to see a man named Who around here?
You know who?
You know who?
Yeah, of course we do. He's been living here a while.
Sure makes a pogging face. How do you all know him?
Well, a few months ago in Chloride, he befriended Fred Walema when he was in town doing some wage labor for some money. Started coming around, and we really enjoyed having him here. When he told us about the racism he was facing after they passed the Chinese Exclusion Act and his fear about his old enemies still looking for him, I offered that he should stay with us for the time being. He's been here since, helping with the food and watching some of the children sometimes when somebody needs to go work wage.
That sounds just like him.
How do you know who?
You is my good friend.
You're friends with him?
Yeah, just friends.
Roll a deception check.
Yeah.
17.
Oh. Well, all right. Would you like to say hi to your really good friend? I didn't realize you were friends of family.
Sure starts hyperventilating.
Pat him on the back.
Yeah, we all
It's okay,
comfort
man,
him
it's
by
okay.
patting him on the back.
He's
The
here.
three of us.
Wow, this is a lot easier than I thought it'd be.
Someone's got to tell
We can call
Cassius.
Cassius.
Cassius is long gone, actively looking.
The other way.
That's
The other
so
way.
sad.
So-
He doesn't know.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, could you take us to him?
Well, yeah, if you're who's friend, then maybe I misjudged your character. You can stop in and say hello. I'm sure he'd like to see you. He starts leading you towards the structures. As you get closer, you see they're built of logs of juniper trees from nearby mountains in the shape of a circle, cut in half, stood upright, and packed in between with mud and cedar bark. Branches, dry earth, and leaves make up the domed roofs. There's about a dozen of the buildings, in between shrubs and cacti, with members of the band sitting around, some watching children, some talking and roasting roots of yucca plants or pieces of mescal succulent on fires. Some ways off towards the lake, you see some people tending to some light crops. Everyone is essentially going about their day without taking interest in you. He leads you through the village until he gets to one of the structures, and inside he says, there's somebody you might know out here. Says he's your friend. You all see a young Chinese man, mid-20s, probably a couple years older than Sure. He's wearing black cowboy boots, as well as dark blue jeans, and a white button-down, discolored with a thin layer of red dirt. He wears no hat, and his long black hair is kept in a ponytail that falls over his right shoulder. He wears a staff carved from local juniper wood on his back, and he has a short mustache accompanying his tan skin. He turns around and looks at you. Sure! He runs up to you, and he gives you a hug.
Sure reciprocates.
He backs off the embrace after a few seconds. He says, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It's been so long. I was happy to see you.
It's good to see you too. How have you been?
What are you doing here?
I was just passing. I'm looking for you.
You're looking for me?
Yes.
Why? What's going on? Who are these guys?
These are some of my friends that I picked up along the way. This is Jasper, Florence, and Augustus.
Looks around at the group. Hello, my name's Hu Tai Bao.
Augustus turns around really quick to just look at Florence and Jasper. He says, all right, now, between the three of us, how many of us thought that there wasn't actually a friend and he was making it up to make himself feel better? Because I feel like I might have made a few assumptions.
Do I proceed? I'm gonna.
I think that's.
You don't need to make a perception. You
I
can
think-
hear this whispering
I
behind
think that's
you.
just you, Augustus.
All right, fair enough.
We're just here to. We're looking for someone. A woman.
You're looking for somebody? What for?
We just want to say hi to her.
Now, sure, I don't think we need to be lying to him.
We're not. Well, we know that. Well, I know that saying that we're searching for her to stop her is not a great idea.
To the other guy, but like,
To the other guy,
But this
probably-
is who.
who would probably know?
Is
also
who an insider? Like we can trust him with all the secrets, or is he like a?
I haven't seen him for 2 years.
Tom is still standing with you guys.
Oh,
That's true.
Oh no.
Hey, we gotta get rid of Tom, guys.
Well,
As you're standing around before you can continue your conversation, Augustus, Florence, and Jasper, you're standing a distance back with Tom, and into the little home walks a woman, holding a young boy, probably no more than 2. She's wearing a red cotton dress covered in white polka dots that extends to her calves. Over this, she wears a shawl-type garment, which is tied in the front and rests on her shoulders, falling over her arms and sides. She's probably 5'4", dark complexion, and a round face hugged by a gray bob of hair. Wrinkles accompanying her smile lines and crow's feet around her deep brown eyes. She says something to Tom, which you can't understand, not in English, and they step back for a little bit to have a little bit of a conversation,
All right, sick. Tom's gone.
All right.
just a few feet away.
We'll talk quietly.
So we can walk up to sure who?
This lady, we're trying to stop her. She's been making everyone leave, and we're trying to figure out why. I heard she came into town yesterday, and she showed you a mirror.
Yeah, she was really insane.
I think so too, but you don't feel like the urge to leave this place.
No? Why would I?
It seems that's what she's been doing to everyone.
What do you mean?
She's convincing them in a very strange way to leave.
Like the nearby towns?
Yeah, like
Kingman and
Kingman,
Needles.
Needles,
How many people did she convince to leave?
all of them.
What do you mean you're not, okay. I don't understand.
She's convinced all the townsfolk of the towns we passed by to leave,
That doesn't make any sense.
right?
No, I think there's something.
Is that true?
Yes, it's true. I think there might be something.
We've all seen it.
Something magical going on, or something. I don't know.
Do you know what magic is?
Do I know what magic is?
Are you familiar with
Like
the concept?
supernatural, the concept of the supernatural?
Yeah, you
It's
get it.
real.
Do you have the magic in you?
I got the magic in me.
I've got the magic in me.
But yeah, there's magic.
Well, that sounds
Something.
as insane as her the other day.
Here, do some magic, Florence.
Whoa! I don't know why I
Florence
used
can
that
do
word.
magic?
It's real, I'm
Just
telling
give him a
you.
little
Okay.
prestidigitation.
Show me.
A percentage.
That's for proving magic.
Yeah,
That's
actually.
true. Do you have a favorite food, Who?
It's dumb.
Well, yeah, it's been a long time since I had real good dumplings.
Well, check this out. Florence feels air into the accordion and lets out a note, and all of a sudden, everybody smells dumplings.
Oh, wow, do you guys have dumplings with you?
No, that's magic.
That smell.
It's a magic smell. Maybe something more obvious.
You remember that smell, Who? It's just like how my mom used to make them.
You see his face kind of drops at the mention of your mom.
So, magic. Pretty cool.
Seems like maybe you're distracting yourself a little bit.
No, I'm very focused right now. We're very focused on finding this lady.
Sure, you know I never blamed you, right? I know it wasn't your fault the way Gio reacted to who I am and what you meant to me. And I know you got into a dark place in that gang. But what happened to me and what happened to your mom wasn't your fault. Both were accidents, just in different ways. But it isn't up to you to come here seeking forgiveness or a second chance or to right some wrongs or save the world. It's just up to you to improve yourself. Fix your mistakes, grow from them, become a beacon, you know? Lighthouse has no need to search for ships. And with enough time, I would have seen your light. And I would have found you. I know you guys got the dumplings with you smell, whatever. You don't have to put on this show for me.
I remember a few years ago, while I was walking in the forest, I came upon this old turtle, and he told me there are no accidents.
You talk to a turtle?
What's that? What's his name? Master Oogway? Kung Fu Panda? Is that what that is? Yeah.
He
Abby,
came back to life.
At any time, you could do a flash of real magic if you wanted to interrupt this. 'Cause he's
There's
just not
so much more obvious magic.
He's just not believing you guys.
He's trying to talk sure out of the showmanship of pretending we have magic, but
Vicious
really
mockery.
unnecessary conversation.
No, can I create an image in my hand that's Master Oogway?
You hold out your hand, Florence, and create a little dancing figure of Master Oogway. And in the middle,
visual aid.
in the middle of his thoughts, who goes, "Ah, what the fuck? Holy shit! You guys have magic?
We've been trying to tell you.
It wasn't a metaphor. It was literal magic, like supernatural powers.
You have to save the world from that woman?
Yes.
You see who looks up at Tom and the woman he's talking to.
And Tom wouldn't tell you where she went, right?
That's right.
You have to understand, I've really come to love the people here, and they took me in as family when I needed somebody to, and I can't go against that. And if Tom thinks that it's best for the woman to clear the valley and have people leave, then you have to convince him, not me.
But she's not just getting the people to leave. Once they're gone, she's gonna open up what did he say, a door?
Window, maybe?
Some kind of gateway to hell.
A fence gate. That's what it was.
A fence gate.
With a latch. It was unlatching the fence gate to hell. I remember now.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow. Yeah.
Everyone's gonna die.
I mean, can you rack your brain and think about how you could convince him to tell you?
Now, our source on this, forget I said anything, and we all turn around and I try to get other people up again.
I think who's got a point. We can just tell Tom she's gonna she's gonna unlatch the fence gate to hell, and we need to stop that.
I could try panaching him again.
No, we don't need that.
You guys walk up to Tom and the woman he's next to, and
I
who
stay with who?
follows behind.
Oh, okay.
You see he turns to you and he says, well, you guys have a good reunion?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Good.
Now, Tom, do you mind if you mind if we talk to you alone?
Anything you say in front of me, you can say in front of my wife and son.
Now, Tom, this woman, after she makes everyone leave the valley, she's planning on doing something bad.
The
Now-
woman making people magically leave the valley.
Yes. Now, we would really appreciate it if you would tell us where she went, and maybe we could do something for you in exchange.
Do you have any proof of the things you're saying?
Tom, how do you feel about dumplings?
I've never had one.
Tom, what's your favorite food?
I really enjoy roasted agave.
Florence fills air into her accordion. Plays a note. Everybody smell that?
Oh, wow, do you guys have roasted agave on you?
Oh, see this? We've had to deal with it.
Rats. It's the same conundrum.
Same problem.
No, Tom, we don't have any roasted agave on us. That's magic.
Magic. It's smell.
Yeah, it's a magic smell. Yeah, we okay.
There's no roasted agave. Now hold on. Do you know turtles, right?
I know of them.
All right, Florence, show 'em.
Yeah, do the turtle.
Florence holds out her hand. There's Master Oogway on it.
and Master Uguay's eating some roasted agave.
Philip, what do you want from us? Is this not what you wanted us to do?
As for proof.
What if we break out the smell?
We have it down to a system. The system works.
Like sometimes the smell might work on
You don't
someone.
mess
You never
with
know.
success.
Maybe you need to do the smell into the illusion.
You don't want to
Both of
shock
them,
them.
both of them,
You see all of their eyes go wide at the true magic that you're making appear on the palm of your hand. You see Tom says something to his wife, and she leaves and starts walking towards a different house. Okay, so you guys are telling the truth then.
Yes, this woman is using magic to make all
There's
these
magic. Magic is real.
magic. Yes.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
Ernest.
Ernest, indeed.
It's Ernest.
It's pronounced interesting. How do you have magic?
Well, I don't want to get straight into the specifics, but
I'm gonna gather everyone to a circle, just facing away.
Yeah, group huddle.
I don't know
So-
much about America.
So I'm gonna go ahead and step into the circle and say you can't just step away from me at this point. I'm a part of the conversation.
I don't know much about America, but I read about something called Salim witch trials. Is that? I think this could go very badly for us.
Well, those times have
agree.
long
So,
passed.
son, I'm standing right here. I saw the magic, and I'm not trying to burn you at the stake or crush you to death with rocks. I'm asking how you got the magic. And I'm also not a Christian.
well, one day I just happened to sell my soul to the devil, and now I have a magic accordion.
Well, that is heavy. So, magic, real, and you're trying to save the world.
Yes.
What if you save the world, but the people didn't have to come back to the valley?
That'll be fine with me.
Now, why do you want that?
So, I'm the speaker for this band of people, but we were 2 bands. There are 13 pod bands. We're not called Wallapai, by the way. One Anglo meets the Amat Wallapai band 30 years ago, and suddenly every band in the valley is the Wallapai tribe. We're people of the Red Rocks and the Surbat Mountains, but we had to combine a few years ago after escaping from La Paz and suffering heavy losses over the course of the war with your military, and we've suffered greatly, and I would really enjoy, at the very minimum, having this valley to ourselves. I mean, I hear that Cow Arrow and the Pine Springs band have negotiated with your federal government for a reservation 50 miles from here, but we don't want to go. That's 50 miles from here isn't our home. This valley, these mountains, that's our home. So that's why I would love if, at the very least, this valley could stay clear. And at the very most, maybe you just drop that mirror off at old Tom Swaskagame, and I get to hold on to it.
Now, I don't know if anybody should have the mirrors, is maybe the problem.
Why?
Well, it's a powerful magic item that could easily be lost or stolen.
Oh, we would hold on to it. We'd only use it when we need to.
I'm gonna roll insight.
Okay.
I want to get a sense of how competent he is. It's a 17.
Not if he's lying or not.
Not if he's lying.
Just if he will actually be able to
Like,
hold
does
on to this
he
mirror.
does he believe for no reason that he can have it, or is he like, no, I know my stuff, I can hold on to it?
He seems pretty confident in his self-assessment that he could hold on to it, be fine. I'll also point out who also saw that happen and doesn't want to leave or go anywhere. It's not clear that it has 100% effective rate of making people leave where they are and go somewhere else. Maybe it's a little more nuanced than that.
I think we can give him the mirror.
Okay.
I think it'll
can
be
go
fine.
stop her, retrieve that mirror for you, or as a reward for your help. Thank you. We can do that.
While this has been happening, Cher's been playing footsies with who?
We're in a group huddle. How are you gonna play?
He's been
Still do it.
who has been leaning closer to you and getting a little bit more touchy-feely. All right then. Sounds like we have ourselves a deal.
We have a deal.
Do I have your word?
Yes.
You do.
I'll shake his hand.
I don't necessarily off the bat trust you. What was your name?
Augustus.
Augustus. Or you,
Jasper.
Jasper. You seem cool. What was your name?
Florence.
And you have magic, which is pretty sick. Do I have your word? You said you know how we feel.
I have your.
I have your word.
You have my word.
All right then. She said something about Gold Basin under her breath.
Do you know where that is?
Yeah, it was a mine up in north. If you rode hard on your horses, it'd only take a few hours to get there. It was a place that a few people in the band would go work for wage labor for some periods of time, and till one day they just up and left the thing. Everybody who worked there kind of quit one day.
Yeah, that sounds like the mirror.
So maybe that's where it all started.
Can we have him mark like a map for us?
Yeah, he can mark a map for you.
All right, sure. Let go of who? We're leaving.
Well, now who? Do you have any martial arts prowess like your friend here?
I have some.
This will be Dave.
I taught him a little bit.
You taught him a little bit? Can he do like your big combos and stuff?
I mean, are you asking me to come with you guys?
If you like.
Give him the shotgun.
We could use all the help we could get.
We would love to have you along with us, who?
You guys can make a persuasion check with advantage because Sure is here.
Who's doing? Sure doesn't.
Okay.
Obviously, sure doesn't. That makes sense.
17 or Nat 20. He's with us.
I hope he doesn't die.
Who's gonna die?
I hope he's not under leveled. I hope he's like a good ally.
Can I unpersuade him then?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think I'm as good a fighter as Sure is, but if you think I can help you guys, then I'll do whatever I can to stop this apocalypse. Is that the word you used?
Yeah.
I would say unlatching the
Unlatching
Fence
the
gates of
fence
hell.
gates of hell. Yeah. You've said a couple times. Was that the way it was described to you exactly?
I think it was.
Oh,
Do you remember?
interesting.
I'm pretty sure that's how it was described, yes.
Does anyone else remember something different?
No.
No.
I think it was. That's how we got it from
How it was
El
described.
Diablo himself.
All right. Well, I'll go with you guys and help however I can.
Can he reload a shotgun?
Well, I mean, if you showed me how to reload a shotgun, I could certainly help you with that.
I like this guy. This guy's a valuable ally.
Oh, speaking of, would you?
And he reaches into a little bag by his side and pulls out nearly empty a container of shotgun shells. And he says,
Do you want these? I picked them up off a guy a while ago.
I would happily take all of them. I've been running low myself.
he hands you them 4 more shotgun shells.
Not that many.
2 shots.
Well,
I have-
4 more shots.
Oh, 4 more shots.
Yeah.
Sick.
Tom Swastikagame says, all right, I'm confident that you guys will win and save the world.
Maybe I'm not.
I'm gonna roll an insight check.
I'm not so into his confidence anymore.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, 16.
You maybe have an inkling that he's lying, but lying to himself, not to you.
Well, thank you, Tom. We sure will do our best.
All right, well, I'm going to spend my remaining time with my family here, if that's all right.
Well, we're gonna win, so you don't need to worry about it.
Of course, right. Don't need to worry about it. All right. He raises up his hands and shoos you guys away.
Well, I guess we'll turn and walk away.
You all saddle up your horses. Who jumps on the back of yours? Sure. You guys ride off into the valley, following the marked map to Gold Basin that Tom showed you. As you push your horses fast through the last stretch of this valley, lake bed on your right and the low, jagged Surbat Mountains on your left both suddenly give way to a much wider area. Horizon to horizon, you see rocky hills covered in red dirt and dry, brown patches of grass, occasionally broken up by a juniper tree or a cacti patch. In the distance, you see sharp cliffs of the plateau. Suddenly, in front of you, you notice in the distance somebody kicking up a dust cloud. What's more, it looks like it's coming towards you.
Oh, no.
You're still a good hour's ride from where you were told the mine entrance is, but somebody's intercepting you or something. Are you guys doing anything in reaction to this?
I'm gonna roll insight.
Well, just like
He's going crazy with
I wonder what
this.
these guys are about.
so you can, but just like in physically, like people are coming towards you. They're riding pretty fast. Are you doing anything, or are you just
Are they gonna hit
waiting
us?
to meet them?
Or is there plenty of space?
They're not like riding to tackle you. They're just, you're here. They're riding fast at you. Are you going to try to avoid them, or are you waiting for them to get to you?
I feel like Jasper would be like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Stop it. I was going to say that. Well, I don't know if we should just yell out to them yet. How they're still pretty far away.
They're getting closer. If you'd like to wait to yell out to them, you can.
I think we'll wait. I'll wait till they get closer and then yell, "Stop right there!"
When they get within earshot, you yell this out, and you see they slow their pace. After a while, you make out the image of 2 men, neither of which you recognize, but they both appear to be wearing brown vests over white button-downs, along with matching brown pants. Neither wears a hat, and you see one is clean-shaven, while one has a large, bushy mustache. And the one in front, with a mustache, a number of years the senior of his companion, yells to you, "Hold your fire! We've got business with you folks!"
They know us?
If nobody tries to stop them, they continue approaching until they're close enough to you. And they say, "Sorry to bother you folks, but we've got something we need to talk about."
Who are you?
What business you got with us? Not in that voice, but
Who am I? Personally, I'm nobody. But officially, I'm Corporal Company B, Arizona Rangers. And I'm here with an arrest warrant for August Jennings. And he's looking straight at Augustus when he says this, past the rest of the group.
I knew it. These guys were pulling up, and I was pointing to Ethan. I was like, "This is you.
Surely
This
not."
is all you."
And that's where we'll end this episode of Fire and Smoke. Tune in next week to see August Jennings deal with being arrested.
It's Arrested Development.
It's Arrested Development. If you want to keep up with the show, you can follow my Dungeons and Dragons TikTok account at WitchDunphy, WHICHDUNPHY. Does anybody else have anything they want to say before we end the episode?
So if you've already committed one crime, right, and then you commit a second crime to cancel out the first crime, then is that no crimes?
What do
Or
you mean
have
cancel out?
How do you cancel out 2 crimes?
Well, you were being arrested, and then you commit a crime, and now you're not being arrested.
So you get arrested for the other crime. It
So
might,
you have to keep committing crimes to not
and then
to
it
cancel all the
resets
crimes.
the process.
Okay, so then you're at 0 crimes.
No, you're at a lot of crimes.
you can figure this out.
The way you traditionally get out of a hole is to keep digging down.
That makes sense, and that was my instinct. I'm just making sure we're all on the same page.
All right, well, then we hit them with a 3, 2, 1.
Slay!